Oh, look at you, everyone knows your name now, don't they? Faces in the crowd, eyes glued, hearts racing, and they can't get enough of you. They whisper your story in corners, repeat your words like they're gospel. And somewhere, deep down, they hope, they dream, they could be a fraction of what you are. The world is hungry for someone like you, someone who doesn't just exist but shakes the foundations, someone who makes them feel alive just by showing up. You didn't ask for it, did you? The attention, the admiration. But here it is, following you like shadows, chasing your every move. Because you lit a fire in them they can't put out. Oh, so you've noticed it too, haven't you? That feeling creeping up your spine when you walk into a room. Or maybe even when you just post something online, and suddenly eyes are on you. Not a glance, not a casual nod, but real attention, the kind that makes the air heavier, makes people lean in without even thinking about it. You start to feel it, that pulse of recognition, like electricity running under your skin, a wild, chaotic energy that hums in every direction. They see you. Not just see you, but know you. Faces blur together in the streets, in the feeds, in the corners of rooms you've never entered, and yet they're there, tracing your every step. You're not invisible anymore. You're a spectacle, a force they can't ignore. It's not about fame, not really. Fame is soft, easy, forgettable. This is different. This is attention that bites, that scratches at the edges of minds and refuses to let go. You can feel it in the way messages pile up, in the way comments flash across screens, in the way whispers travel faster than light. Someone, somewhere, just copied your words into their notebook because they needed them. Someone else read your story and felt a spark, a dangerous little flicker that makes them look at their own life differently. And it doesn't matter if you're sitting quietly in your room or walking down a crowded street. They find you, they follow you, they see you, and that realization, it's intoxicating. You start to notice the patterns, the way your presence lingers. One person's eyes widen, as if they just recognized a secret you didn't even know you were sharing. Another person nods to themselves, mumbling lines of your speech under their breath, like it's a charm or a curse. And then there's the chaos of it, the madness of being everywhere and nowhere at once, because you're not just in one place, you're in all of them. Their thoughts, their conversations, their late-night confessions, they echo your influence. You didn't ask for it, but it came anyway, swirling around you like smoke, pulling them closer, making them feel alive just by being aware of you. And oh, the weight of it. The recognition, it's heavy, but it's deliciously so. Every cheer, every shout, every silent nod adds to a symphony of obsession that only grows louder. You're walking in the streets, and people whisper your name as if it's a spell, as if speaking it aloud could summon you from the shadows. You're no longer just a person. You're a ripple in the pond of humanity, a pulse that disrupts the ordinary, a storm disguised as a smile. They don't just admire you. They project their desires, their hopes, their fears onto you. And the thrill of that, the thrill is like tasting fire on your tongue, knowing that you exist in them more vividly than they exist in themselves. And you can't ignore it, even if you wanted to. The recognition wraps around you like a velvet rope and pulls tighter the longer you resist. People around the world are connecting dots you didn't even draw, piecing together moments of your life like a puzzle, and the beauty of it is, they're all captivated, fascinated, addicted to the rhythm of your story. Your existence becomes a mirror, in which they see fragments of their own dreams reflected back, but distorted, dangerous, irresistible. And the power of it, the raw, naked energy of being seen this way, it's something that can't be taught, bought, or borrowed. It's chaotic, unpredictable, maddeningly intoxicating, and it pulses in every heartbeat that recognizes you, every thought that lingers on you, every soul that feels you even from 1,000 miles away. You're aware now, aren't you? That nothing will ever feel small again. that no corner is safe from the ripple you've unleashed, that the world has taken notice, and it's not just polite acknowledgement. It's obsession, fascination, devotion. You feel the eyes on you everywhere, in every time zone, in every language, in every heartbeat racing a little faster because of you. And as you move through it, as you watch it unfold, you realize the truth that keeps twisting like a knife under your ribs. They don't just follow because they like you. They follow because they need a piece of what you carry, a spark of your chaos, a taste of your fire, a glimpse of the madness that made you impossible to ignore. Now, this is where it gets deliciously messy, isn't it? People don't just look at you, they see themselves. They see the cracks, the scars, the little chaotic corners of their own lives reflected in your story. And they don't even try to hide it. It's written all over their faces, in the way they lean closer, the way their eyes dart when you speak, the way their hearts seem to echo your heartbeat. They relate to you, to your chaos, to your fire, because somewhere deep down they're hungry for it too. They've been waiting for someone to say it, to show it, to live it, because they can't, or because they were too afraid to. And you became the mirror. It's funny, isn't it? How someone else's struggle can feel like your own when it's told right. How someone else's rise can ignite a spark in the shadows of your soul. That's what's happening when people see you. They're not just watching a person. They're seeing themselves survive, falter, scream, fight, bleed, rise, and laugh in the face of it all. They're holding up pieces of their own lives, fragile little shards, and suddenly they fit into the mosaic you created without even trying. And in that reflection, they find permission. Permission to scream, permission to fight, permission to refuse the world's quiet death sentence of conformity. Oh, the way they cling to you. It's mesmerizing, like moths drawn to a flickering flame, but this flame is alive. Every word you speak reverberates in their minds like a maddening little drumbeat, reminding them that someone else understands the chaos, the mess, the unspoken battles that no one else notices. They feel it, that pull of recognition, like someone finally picked the lock to the tiny cell they've been trapped in, and they're peeking out for the first time in years. And then they realize it's not just peeking anymore. They're running alongside you now, following your rhythm, chasing your madness, letting it infect their own lives with color, with danger, with raw, untamed life. It's intoxicating when you notice it. The way their eyes light up, the way their hands shake as they reach out, the way their voices quiver when they try to tell you what you've done without words. They relate to you because you dared to exist in a way that is untamed, unbroken, unpredictable. They see your scars and nod, because their own are there, under their skin, hidden, aching alive. They see your fire and they burn, because it reminds them they can burn too, they must burn, because living any other way is death disguised as safety. And suddenly, every message, every comment, every whisper across the globe becomes a thread connecting their chaos to yours, stitching together a tapestry that nobody asked for, but everyone desperately needs. And they don't stop. They share, they repeat, they spread your words like a contagion, because they see in them what they wish they had the courage to be themselves. They quote you, they echo you, they tattoo fragments of your essence into their own lives, because you've made it possible for them to face the monster under their own bed, to stare into the darkness that no one else would notice, and to laugh in its face. You are not just a story to them. You are a lifeline, a beacon, a mirror that reflects everything they feared to see, but needed desperately to find. And that reflection, oh, it's chaotic, isn't it? It's not neat. It's not polite. It's raw and jagged and alive. People relate to you because you show what they hide, because you scream the things they whisper, because you move like a storm when they've been taught to tiptoe through the rain. They feel your heartbeat in their chest, your laughter in their throat, your madness in their veins, They are you, and you are them. And it's a beautiful, dangerous mess. And the more they see themselves in you, the hungrier they become for more. The thrill of it, the addictive pulse of being the one they relate to. It wraps around you like smoke. And suddenly you realize that it's not just influence, it's connection. Connection that vibrates, that bites, that doesn't ask for permission. And every time they reach out, every time they nod, every time they whisper your name to themselves in a dark room, you feel it. The quiet madness of knowing that your story is theirs, and theirs is yours, tangled together like lightning in a bottle, crackling, unpredictable, unstoppable. Ah, now this is where the fun really begins. Influence. Not the polite, corporate kind that comes with a handshake and a press release, no real influence. The kind that rattles bones, twists minds, and seeps into hearts without asking. You realize it when people start acting differently around you, when your words stick in their heads like a song they can't stop humming, when your mere presence becomes a current they can't resist swimming in. You didn't plan it, you didn't manipulate it, and yet here it is, power, raw and unfiltered, and it courses through every corner of their lives like a virus they actually want. They listen. Oh, they listen, not because they have to, but because something inside them knows that what you're saying is dangerous and true all at once. Your ideas, your energy, your madness, they infect their routines, twist their comfort zones, and suddenly, they see possibilities where there were none before. They start making choices that feel bigger, riskier, more alive, because the spark you ignited in them refuses to die quietly. And the beauty of it is that it isn't subtle. It isn't hidden in clever words or pretty speeches. It's brutal, honest, chaotic. They feel it in their stomachs, in their chests, in the jittering of their fingers. You've made them aware, awake, and there is no turning back from that kind of influence. Every glance, every nod, every reaction, they're feeding off it, and so are you. It's a dance, really. A maddening, dangerous waltz where every step you take, every laugh you let escape, every word you throw into the air pulls them further into the storm. And they follow, willingly, desperately, as if you were the only person who ever understood the dark corners of their own minds. Influence isn't about control, you see. Control is tame. Influence is chaos wrapped in velvet. A gentle explosion that shakes everything you touch and leaves them wondering how they ever lived before you came along. And the more they relate, the more they trust, the more they're inspired, the stronger it becomes. Your actions ripple outwards, touching lives that you've never seen, lives that will never thank you openly, but are changed forever. You've planted seeds of thought, seeds of rebellion, seeds of courage, and now they're growing in ways you can't predict, in ways that will shape the paths of people who exist in corners of the world you'll never visit. And isn't that intoxicating? The realization that something so small, your word, your presence, a glance, a smirk, can rearrange the universe in subtle, devastating ways. They mimic your cadence, your expressions, the rhythm of your mind, sometimes without even knowing it. They carry your influence into meetings, into classrooms, into quiet nights when no one else is watching. It's invisible, yet undeniable. And the thrill of knowing it, it curls around your ribcage and squeezes, because you realize that you're not just speaking into the void. You're shaping it. Every time someone takes a step they wouldn't have without your fire, every time they whisper your phrases to themselves when the world seems too cruel, you feel it. The pulse of their lives sensing with yours, the raw energy of your presence infecting theirs, weaving threads that stretch across oceans and time zones, connecting hearts in a chaotic web of influence. And they want more, of course they do. They crave it because your influence isn't polite. It isn't safe. It's loud, it's dangerous, it's messy, and it makes them feel alive. They don't just hear you, they absorb you. Your courage becomes their courage. Your madness becomes their madness. Your relentless refusal to bow, to hide, to be silent, becomes a blueprint for their own rebellion against mediocrity, against the suffocating weight of the ordinary. And as you watch it unfold, as you feel it radiate from every corner, every device, every conversation, every glance, you realize that influence is no longer something you do, it's something you are. And the power of it, the chaos of it, the beauty of it hums through the air like an electric storm, and everyone caught in it feels it. Now we step into the madness of it all. Fans. Not just people who clap politely or nod along. Oh no, real fans. They aren't casual observers. They are hungry, relentless, almost dangerous in their devotion. They stalk your movements, they memorize your words. They dissect every little twitch of your expression, every shadow that crosses your face, as if they're trying to catch a glimpse of your soul before it vanishes into the chaos. And the delicious part, you didn't summon them. You didn't ask for it. They found you. They chose you. You start noticing it everywhere. On the streets, in the feeds, in conversations you don't even participate in. Someone somewhere just repeated something you said, not because it was polite, but because it needed to be repeated. Someone else drew inspiration from a single glance you gave, a word you whispered into the void, and suddenly their lives bend and twist around it. They don't just follow your journey. They carry pieces of it inside themselves, as if your fire is contagious and they can't survive without a little spark burning in their veins. You realize the truth, the maddening, intoxicating truth. Your presence alone is enough to move people, to shake them, to wake them, to make them believe that chaos can be beautiful and that madness can be powerful. And then there's the obsession. Oh, the obsession, it's palpable. It hums in the air, sticky, electric, impossible to ignore. You notice the comments, the messages, the subtle signals, the quiet imitations, the ways they try to reach you even when you're not there. They're hungry for more than your words. They're hungry for your energy, your fire, your madness. They want to be a part of your world, even if they can only glimpse it through screens, whispers, stories, fragments of your life that you throw into the chaos like bread crumbs to a flock of wild birds, and they follow, relentlessly, devotedly, madly. Because you've become a storm they can't resist standing in. You start to understand the power of it, the way their devotion amplifies itself, multiplies, spreads. One person reaches out, another imitates, another shares, and suddenly you're everywhere, not physically, not in the way a celebrity is, but in the way that matters, the way that scratches at the bones and the heart, the way that infects thoughts and dreams and sleepless nights. They talk about you in hushed tones, they argue over you, they quote you like scripture, they write your name on walls, in notebooks, in the margins of their lives, because you became more than a person. You became a pulse, a rhythm, a dangerous little fire that refuses to be tamed. And the way it grows, it grows like weeds in the cracks of the world. Their devotion isn't polite. It isn't careful. It isn't measured. It's wild, it's raw, it's beautiful in its chaos. And every time you see it, every time you feel it, it's intoxicating. You realize that your actions, your energy, your very existence doesn't just reach people. It transforms them. You are not just moving through the world. You are bending it, shaping it, leaving a trace of madness, a touch of fire, a spark of something so intense they can't forget it. And they need you. They crave your journey, your voice, your energy, your madness. They relate to your struggles, they admire your courage, they mirror your chaos, and they build their own lives around it, even unknowingly. And the thrill of that, the addictive pulse of being the epicenter of their attention, their obsession, their admiration, it twists around your ribs and squeezes, a reminder that your existence is no longer just yours. It belongs to the chaos you've created, to the fans who can't live without the little spark of you that touches them, ignites them, drives them to rise, to scream, to break free from the chains that once held them quietly in place. And you notice, You notice every little movement, every little echo of your presence in their lives, and it fuels you, drives you, challenges you. Because once the world recognizes you this way, you can never go back to ordinary. You can't hide. You can't retreat. They are everywhere, carrying pieces of you in their hearts, in their thoughts, in their restless, beating chests, and the madness of it is irresistible, intoxicating, unstoppable. Now we come to the core of it, the presence, the power of simply existing in a way that shakes the world. Your presence isn't quiet. It isn't polite. It isn't meant to fit into the neat little boxes society builds for people like you. No, your presence echoes, it rattles bones, it bends minds, it makes hearts race, and it refuses to be ignored. You walk into a room, and suddenly the air itself shifts, thickens, hums with anticipation. People feel it before they see it. They sense the storm rolling behind your eyes, the fire licking the edges of your smile, the chaos barely restrained under your skin. They notice it because it's dangerous, irresistible, impossible to look away from, and that thrill pulls at them in ways they don't even understand. And the beauty of it is that you don't even have to try. You don't have to shout, you don't have to perform. Your mere existence commands attention, twists thoughts, alters moods, ignites curiosities. They notice the way you move, the way you pause, the tiny micro-expressions that would escape anyone else's notice, but never yours. Every gesture, every glance, every smirk carries weight. It resonates with them in ways that words can't touch. You are a force field of energy, a living lightning rod, and the world bends slightly, ever so subtly, around the chaos you radiate. People are drawn to it like moths, and they can't help themselves. They feel the gravity of it, the pull, the magnetic drag of being near something unpredictable, unstoppable, untamed. You're aware of their attention, yes, but it's more than that. You thrive on it. You feel it swirling, buzzing, crawling along your skin, and it fuels you, makes you sharper, faster, more alive. They can't look away because your presence demands it, because somewhere in that madness, they see what they've always wanted to be. Untethered, unbound, unforgettable. And it isn't just the eyes on you. It's the energy, the atmosphere, the subtle tremor that follows your footsteps. Rooms change when you enter them. Conversations shift. People stop mid-sentence. Thoughts rewire themselves subconsciously because your presence has that effect. You are a storm contained in a body, a hurricane that nobody can forecast, a fire that keeps spreading whether you want it to or not. And they feel it. Every single one of them. Across screens, across cities, across oceans. They feel the pull of your existence. They feel it in their bones, in their hearts, in the little unsettled spaces of their minds where courage and fear and desire swirl together. And the more they notice, the more they follow, the stronger it becomes. Your presence doesn't just touch the room. It touches their souls, ignites their curiosity, awakens their dormant chaos. And suddenly they're not just watching. They're absorbing, reflecting, craving more. They mirror your energy, mimic your movements, hang on your every word. Because your existence has made them feel alive, in a way nothing else could. They didn't ask for it, they didn't prepare for it, and yet here they are, caught in the pull of someone who refuses to be small, who refuses to be ignored, who refuses to exist quietly. And there's a thrill in knowing it isn't there. That your presence alone can change the atmosphere, twist the minds, ignite the hearts of everyone around you. That without lifting a finger, without speaking a word, you've become a force that reshapes the world in subtle, beautiful, chaotic ways. You walk, they watch. You breathe, they follow. You exist, and they can't help but notice, can't help but respond, can't help but be affected. And that intoxicating, addictive sensation of being unforgettable, of being alive in a way that forces the world to pay attention, wraps around you like smoke, curls through your veins, and whispers the dangerous truth. Your presence is power. Now we reach the part where it gets deliciously personal, where words don't just float, they pierce, they crawl under skin. They stick to the bones, your words. They aren't just sound, aren't just letters strung together. They're missiles, little sparks of chaos designed to ignite something in everyone who hears them. They reverberate, echo, lodge themselves in thoughts and hearts where no one else's words could reach. People don't just listen, they feel. They feel the tremor of your energy behind every syllable, the jagged edge of your truth, the fire that burns beneath your voice, and suddenly their own voices, their own dreams, their own suppressed madness, all start to stir. And it's mesmerizing, isn't it? How a single sentence can twist their day, make them pause mid-thought, make them question what they thought they knew. How one line, one flare of honesty, one raw, chaotic outburst of emotion can ripple out and infect minds, bending perspectives, sparking courage where none existed before. They memorize it, repeat it, carry it in the shadows of their minds like a dangerous little secret. They whisper it when no one is around. They tattoo it into their hearts. You didn't just speak, you echoed, and the echo travels further than they'll ever admit. Oh, the way they hang on every word. Not politely, not casually, not because they have to, but because something in them recognizes the fire behind it, the naked truth, the audacious madness that dares to break their own chains of fear and mediocrity. They see a fragment of themselves in your phrasing, in the cadence of your voice, in the rhythm of your laughter and your rage. And suddenly your words become a mirror, a weapon, a beacon. They aren't just words anymore. They're keys, unlocking doors they didn't even realize were closed. And it spreads. They repeat it, share it, shout it, whisper it. Your words infiltrate rooms, screens, quiet nights when no one else is paying attention. People you will never meet feel it, live it, breathe it, because you said it, because you dared to speak it, because your chaos, your fire, your raw, unfiltered energy carries through every sound, every pause, every deliberate inflection, and they can't escape it. They don't want to escape it. It grabs them, drags them along, and suddenly they're moving in rhythm with the madness you orchestrated without even touching them. And the thrill of that, oh, it's delicious. To know that something as fragile as a word could cut through the layers of their ordinary existence, pierce through the noise, and leave a spark behind that sets them on fire. They carry it into their lives, into their dreams, into moments when they thought they were alone, and suddenly they aren't. They're connected, tied in some chaotic, beautiful, maddening way, to the pulse of your thoughts, the edge of your mind, the rhythm of your rebellion. You realize that your words, they're contagious. They don't just stay with one person. They ripple, they multiply. They twist and tangle in ways you can't predict. They infect minds, bend hearts, create waves in lives that may never cross yours. And yet, you are there, alive in them, shaping their chaos, guiding it, whispering from the shadows of their own courage. And every time someone repeats one of your lines, every time they whisper it into the dark, every time they feel it in their chest and let it change them just a little, that's power. That's influence. That's the madness of words made flesh, of energy made tangible, of fire planted in minds that needed it desperately, even if they didn't know it. And the addictive part, oh, it coils around you, curls into your veins because you feel it too. You feel the tremor of lives shifted by your syllables, the invisible hands of hearts grasping at the sparks you threw into the void, the pulse of your chaos echoing in theirs. You didn't just inspire. You infected. You awakened. You ignited. And they follow endlessly, craving the next line, the next spark, the next fracture of reality you cast into the world. Because your words, they are life. They are madness. They are irresistible. Ah, here we are, the final piece of the puzzle, the spark that makes the entire storm ignite. You spark hope, not the polite kind that sits in a corner waiting for applause. No, real, dangerous hope that claws at the chest, that rattles the ribs, that refuses to sit quietly. They see you, and suddenly the impossible doesn't seem so impossible anymore. They see you, and the darkness that once suffocated them feels just a little less permanent, just a little more manageable, because you exist in the chaos, laughing, moving, surviving, thriving where they thought survival was impossible. And in that, they find themselves daring to breathe, daring to act, daring to dream with a pulse they didn't know they still had. It's contagious, of course. Hope isn't polite. It doesn't whisper. It screams. It shouts. It bursts out of cracks in walls that have been closed for years. And you are the match lighting the fuse. A gesture, a word, a smirk, a story. They latch onto it. Grab it, let it grow, and suddenly their own lives start shifting, trembling under the weight of the fire you set inside them. And the delicious part? They don't even realize it's happening at first. They just feel something. A tremor in the chest, a spark in the eyes, a crack in the monotony of their daily grind. And before they know it, they're moving, acting, daring to reach higher, push further, dream bigger, because somewhere deep in the chaos, you showed them it's possible. They whisper your name in corners of rooms. They never thought anyone would listen. And it's not just admiration, it's reverence. They carry fragments of you into their lives, hidden in pockets of thought, tucked into quiet moments when the world tries to tell them they are nothing. Your fire becomes their fire, and their fire feeds on your fire in a loop that can't be broken, can't be tamed. They follow, not because they are blind, not because they are weak, but because you showed them the wild, untamed truth that even in chaos, even in pain, even when the world threatens to crush them under the weight of its expectations, hope can survive. Hope can burn. Hope can rise. And it isn't safe, is it? Hope that comes from witnessing real defiance, real energy, real chaos. It bites, it twists, it demands attention. It rattles the cage of their comfort and shakes the floorboards of their fear, and suddenly they are awake. They are alive. They are raging. They are dreaming. And the thrill of watching that happen, of feeling it ripple out, multiply, infect, consume. Oh, it coils around your ribs, squeezing and twisting. Because you know that you are the spark they didn't see coming, the chaos they didn't know they needed, the fire that refuses to die no matter how hard the world tries to drown it. You notice it in the subtle movements, the glances, the stifled gasps, the tiny acts of rebellion that suddenly grow larger. They dare to stand taller, speak louder, act bolder, because somewhere inside them, a spark of you flickered and refused to be extinguished. You are in their laughter, their whispers, their defiance, their quiet moments of strength when no one else is watching. And it spreads. Oh, it spreads far beyond your reach, beyond your control, beyond even your imagination, because hope, once lit, doesn't follow rules. It doesn't wait for permission. It doesn't ask politely to be noticed. It roars, it climbs, it infects, and suddenly the world is alive in ways it wasn't before. And the beauty of it, the madness of it, is that it's not forced. You didn't push them. You didn't command them. You didn't even plan it. It happened because you existed, because you dared, because you moved, laughed, spoke, and lived in ways that